y'all, what's up? It's Bree, yes me, and welcome to Her Connection Podcast, a show about women connecting with other women and men through different topics regarding life's challenges, dating, friendships, and of course, some kinky conversation. I'm with my two co-hosts, Alicia.
Hey y'all.
And Jocelyn.
Hey.
And we have two other guests. We have Nayla and Sierra.
What's the podcast and I waved.
I know. I was gonna say something. This episode is about, are your red flags showing? So my first question is there such thing as changing your non-negotiables? So this could be in friendships or relationships. Could you change your non-negotiables? Alicia?
Yeah, I believe so, depending on the situation. Like, I've grown, so, like, one of my non-negotiables was, like, I don't want to date a dreadhead. But, I'm sorry!
It's so funny because every time she says that, there's a dread.
I know, I'm sorry.
I'm
so sorry.
Always.
But that was the old me though. But now that's not really like a deal breaker. Like, yeah.
So would you call it still a non-negotiable if you're able to change that, or would you just?
Oh, I thought you were.
Yeah. Would you call it a non-negotiable if you're changing it? Because usually non-negotiables are. That's non-negotiable. I'm not negotiating about it. Like, we're not talking about it anymore because that's not even a discussion. Like, what do y'all think? Jocelyn?
I honestly feel like it depends on what it is because, again, we grow. So a lot of things that I thought were non-negotiables at 18, I do not think that now at 24 because a lot of them are probably childish. Like, people who be like, oh, I'm not dating nobody that don't text me back in 2 minutes. You get older, people got lives. People are not going to text you back that fast. So I think it really depends on what it is. Now, if it's things like I'm not going to go into the far end, I'm not going to date nobody that abused somebody, like that's a non-negotiable. And if that somebody has had a history of that, like you feel like you're not going to change that for anybody, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it really depends on what it is and how severe it is, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What do y'all think?
I mean, I think y'all covered it because I agree too. I think in different phases and parts and seasons of your life, I think there are things that we're willing and unwilling to deal with. And I think once we come out of that season, I think it is okay to change it. But I think maybe there are like some underlying commonalities in those non-negotiables. And I think just the way they present themselves in the different season of our lives, maybe that's what's different as we go along. But I agree too. Like, it kind of just
depends.
Yeah. Because, I mean, some of the things that I was okay with, or not even okay with, that I put up with, that I claimed was a non-negotiable, it couldn't have been a non-negotiable because I put up with it. And so, like, was it really a non-negotiable if I stuck around? I mean, whether it's a friendship or a relationship, like, I've done it in both. And it's just like, was it really? And so maybe that's another thing, is like trying to figure out in what age of your life, like, what is a non-negotiable? And is it really, or am I just saying it is?
Right.
That's my 2 cents.
Nayla?
No, actually, I really like what Jocelyn said about how, you know, it changes as you grow up, your non-negotiables. Because I know, as a gay woman, before, not like I would never, I know, like, in the early stages of like coming out and like dating other women, I would never date a girl that, you know, was bi or used to be with a guy, you know what I'm saying? That was like a thing. But now I don't care, because as long as you like girls in some capacity, we can make some shake. But like, that used to be like a non-negotiable. And now, like, as I grew up, I realized how dumb that is. Because like, it don't matter. As long as you like me, that's really the bottom line. When it comes to friends, though, I'm not budging on them non-negotiables. I've been through too many crappy relationships or friendships where they just have not been good, and I've put up with so much unnecessary like crap that now I'm not budging on that. If you show me that you're not gonna be Asian friend, I'm not. Let's just go ahead and dead that right there.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess with friendships,
No.
the non-negotiables are
Standards.
set in stone.
Well, they firm.
No, I agree.
You know, Nayla, I'm glad you said that because we were talking about how
Special
do
feature.
we hold our friends to a higher standard than we do our partners.
Oh, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm. So, do women hold each other to a higher standard when it comes to dating a man rather than men? Because, so for example, so you know how when a man dates around and his partner's like, oh man, she fine, the girl that you be seeing, and he's like, go ahead and have her, like try something out or whatever. But when it comes to men, when it comes to women, we're like, don't look at my man, don't laugh at his jokes, and you know, certain things like that. Well, just in general, not us, like in particular, but just you know how that's how, yeah, for some people. Do you feel like we're too, or how can I say this?
I know exactly.
We hold each other to such a high standard, and then even also when it comes to like, you know how you hear some girls just like their friend and their boyfriend did something together, and it's like you will cut your friend off and still be with the man that you see more of that. The girls cutting their friends off, but when it comes to their man, they're still talking to their man.
I think it's because.
But for men, when they find out something happened with his girl and his dude, he'll keep his friend, but he'll let the girl go and find someone else.
Men look at women as objects. As something to. I'm like,
There you go. That's straight right now.
So when other men when women and women when they view like men, it's an equal thing. You know, they see the human in men, and unfortunately, some men just see the object in women, something to obtain, something to can I cuss? Something to fuck. So unfortunately, that's why it's so much easier for men to just like share women. Because I know, and personally with friend groups, they share women and have no issue with it. They'll actually pass them along. Hey, here's this girl. You know what I'm saying? It's because men view women as, you know, just something to pass the time. I hate to say it. And this gonna sound controversial as fuck, I know it. But men would fuck their homies if they could. Because they hold their friendship, the men in their life with such high regard. Such high regard. How much higher than they hold women. So it's so much easier to just disregard women. Whereas women, you know, they like the bond. They like the friendship. So and they also value the men in their life. So it's like when a woman who they also value crosses the border with the man they value, it's so much easier. Also, a lot of women, you know, the goal is marriage and man. So, you know, you can get new friends. You can't get, well, you can. But in their mind, sometimes you can't get a new man. That's what I think.
So I don't know if it's to look at a different view of it though. So what if like they cut off the women because they feel like you're supposed to be like my best friend, you're like my sister. How could you go and do the lowest thing possible to it? Now I don't agree with them staying with the man, but it's like, why would you do that? So I'm gonna sit there and cut you off because now I can't trust you. Because I trusted you with the one person, you know, that really meant something, and then you go and do this. However, when it comes to the man, a lot of women are brought up like with society and everything that men are gonna look regardless.
They have to
And
cheat.
so yeah. Or it's like that's something that they have to do. I wish a nigga would. But like, you know, they sit there and they feel like, oh, well, I'm just gonna cut my friend off, but I'm gonna keep him because this is something that men do. You know, I'm be mad about it, but it's bound to happen at some point, which is the most common misconception. And then they keep letting these dudes get away with it because when they finally break it off and the dude goes to a different relationship, then he's like, oh, well, my girl knew I cheated and she stayed with me. You know, it's like one of those type of things where everybody sit there and cut off the friend because it's like, I think it hurts more to sit there and still be friends with somebody that did that to you than to sit there and, you know, be with that dude or whatever. I don't know. I don't understand the whole giving them multiple chances when it's like they done did it, you know, with your friend. It's like vice versa though. You can look at it both ways.
I kind of wish that like, so I agree with everything you said, but it's like hard because like, okay, you're holding your friend to that high regard, but why are you not holding the babe that? And I feel like, like low key, I kind of feel like he should be held at a higher regard
because that's supposed to be your husband eventually.
Well, not you're like sleeping with him. That's the person that holds your heart.
Right.
But like all of that, you're like that's your guy, and for him to
that's your partner.
First of all, she was your friend. Knowing that that's your friend, like it's so many variables.
Right.
But I think with men, because like 9 times out of 10, you gave your body to that person. It's hard to break that soul tie. So I really think it's not about they can't cut. Like it's like you know, it's not like mentally you're done with the person, but you're not done because you're still giving your body to that person. So that's why it's hard to like really cut the man off.
So is it like confusing?
First of all, they both ain't shit. Honestly. Because if that's really your friend and that's really your man, then my friends, we don't have the same type. So thank God. Because I don't think that's the issue. I know that's not an issue. But also, even if we did have the same type, I would set boundaries. And I think like friendships should have boundaries stated.
I just seen something where it said that a man will find a woman that has 80% of the attributes he wants, and then he'll go like cheat with someone who has 20%, and then the woman obviously will get tired of that, and he'll get stuck with the one with 20% and be confused on why she doesn't have the whole package, even though he already had a woman who pretty much had everything.
Like, why did I get married? That's exactly what that was.
Unfortunately, men don't be thinking straight.
So my next question is, I'm gonna skip that one. How do you know if someone is gaslighting you versus when someone is genuinely telling you about yourself?
Ooh, I want to dibble and dabble on that one real quick. So I know I've come from a very relationship wise, I've had quite a roller coaster history, and in that time I've been gaslit, not known it. I will also probably say I've probably gaslit, not known it. And looking back, I mean, I think it takes a lot of self-awareness and also being in touch with your feelings and being able to articulate your feelings. So where you could actually identify if like someone's hearing you and if someone's not hearing you and if someone's genuinely trying to gaslight you. Because I feel like sometimes when we're still trying to figure out what we're trying to say, sometimes it's hard for people to understand that message. And so it might get lost in translation, which happens. But I think being able to have a partner that's able to combat that with like, okay, well, I heard you say, or this is what I'm hearing. And so like you can kind of figure out, okay, so did I say that? Is that what I was trying to say? And then also if the person is receptive, because like some people don't care about what you have to say. And then they'll blatantly just essentially just shit all on what you just said. And I don't know. I just feel like you can kind of tell when someone's gaslighting you. Just to put it on the point where you are in your emotional state. Because I feel like when I was younger, I didn't know when people were gaslighting me. I just thought that they just didn't care about what I had to say. And maybe I didn't know what gaslighting was or what it meant to me. I don't know. But and I think you could, when someone's genuinely telling you about themselves, I think the way in which they do it, you can tell the sincerity that comes from it, the way they're speaking to you, the way they're delivering their message. Granted, it might not be what you want to hear, but I think it's going to come from a space of how are we going to fix it versus I'm trying to blame you. And so that's how I think you can kind of tell the difference between gaslighting and somebody really just trying to tell you what's up.
Right.
Because I like that. I like how you
Because to me, I feel like exactly what you said. If they're not coming with a solution, and they're just coming with issues, then that's a red flag. And then also, y'all need to come in a relationship healed already. So y'all both need to be in a position to hear each other. So if they're not healed yet and you are, but so you're trying to explain what they're doing that's affecting the relationship that you feel is affecting the relationship, and all they're trying to do is say like, you do this, you do that, you do this, and they go on defense mode all the time, then that's like a sign that they're not even healed enough to be mature enough to take the information and want to come up with the solution. So gaslighting is definitely when they're just throwing like you're the problem, and they're not trying to work with you to create a solution to the problem. Because like we could talk about problems all day, but we're not perfect.
Yeah.
So it's like we're just gonna put headlights on the problems all the time. Then all we're doing is just creating more problems.
I think too, and also like, even if you don't have a solution, I think just being there for that person, your partner, because like sometimes you don't need a solution. You just need somebody to hear you and to validate your feelings. And I think too that too can be kind of jarring when it comes to gaslighting, because you just trying to say like, okay, so the other day I was trying to do X, Y, and Z, and you came in and your energy was off and you was being real rude, and you just need them to say like, yo, I hear you. That's not what I meant to do. And that could like, it's something real simple. Like that could be a 5-10 minute conversation. But if someone's not in the space to say, you know what, you're right, my energy was weird, or you know what, I should have just removed myself because you was doing what you needed to do, it could turn into a big argument and gaslighting, and it could turn into something real nasty when it doesn't have to, because that person's not mature enough, or at least, I don't want to say not mature enough, but there's something in them that's just not clicking with you to where they want to hear it.
Right.
And it could turn into something nasty, and it doesn't have to, because all they want is for you to just say like, you know what, my bad, G. Yeah, like that's all. And so
okay, well, so this game is called Connect or Disconnect. So it's well, it was supposed to be a drink game, but we good on that. so let's see if you'll connect or disconnect to any of these characteristics or attributes of it could be a relationship or friendship. So it doesn't have to pertain to just relationship. So the person texts back hours later, sometimes doesn't text back until the next day. Jocelyn, you connecting or disconnecting?
I'm gonna have to disconnect, because I always believe that there is time. No matter how busy you are, if you really care about somebody, there's time to sit there and text and be like, hey, I'm gonna be busy. Especially like if you wake up and you know you got a busy day, or at least let the person know the day before, like, hey, tomorrow's gonna be a busy day. I may or may not be able to get back to you or whatever, because things do happen. But sit there and just let them know, or at least let them know the next day and be like, yo, I'm sorry I didn't get to, talk to you, whatever. Because you can't just like go around and just not say anything for a whole day or for hours and then come back like everything's cool.
Right. So, Sierra, I got a different one for you.
all right.
So this person wants you to come over to their place as a first date. You connecting or disconnecting? First date, they want you to come to their place.
Ask her where her first date was.
What
What was it? Because now I'm curious. We know my memory is shoddy. So what was it? I'm gonna answer. We're gonna circle back and answer that. What was that?
Somebody's house.
It was somebody's house, or
house.
yeah, but that it said like your house, not a mutual party, because that's a mutual party's house. That's a neutral ground.
It's on the side.
Because when you come into somebody else's house, you on their time. You moving. It's unknown territory. I'm erring on the side of no, just because, just like I was saying, I'm like, I feel like I'm in your stomping ground. You got leverage on me. That's your space. I'm coming into this space and I don't know nothing about it. I don't even know where all the exits are. Like,
That's the one.
If I need to get up out of here and go, like, how am I gonna do that? Who else is in here? Like, these are just the things that I'm just like, as I get older, I don't know. I just don't feel comfortable going into anybody's home because I'm like, I just want to meet you, get to see you. I'm like, let me see what your car look like, your person. Like, let me read you real quick before I can figure out. Okay, maybe I rock with you. Like, I don't know how long I've been talking to you, what we've been talking about, but it's probably a no for me. If you would call younger Sierra, she probably would have said maybe. But no, not now. No.
So I'm gonna throw it to Alicia for this one. They don't have a car. He takes public transportation. What you gotta do? You connecting or you disconnecting?
Okay, I can't, contradict myself. So I have talked to someone that didn't have a car, but he was working on getting a car, and he did get a car. If you're working towards that, then that's fine. It's kind of because it's like okay, it's like
I was thinking the same.
You're this age, why you don't have a car? But however, it all depends. It's like did your car break down? Did your engine just blow out? So it all depends. But public transportation, I could take you. Somebody could take you. But,
that's somebody else's blessing. That's what you said.
It's there. Somebody using it.
But yeah, I'll say connect because if you're a great guy, then yeah, I ain't gonna. I give chances.
Yeah.
Okay, so like, can I ask something? Yeah. So would you let him use your car?
No. Oh,
good answer. Good answer.
No, I'm driving my car. No, you ain't driving my own.
Because I know young men love to ask
that. The pink steering wheel.
And they don't even be taking the steering wheel cover. They be leaving it. They be whipping most confidence. And that's the one. Pushing 80 and I need some.
Okay.
I'm a young lady. So now you look at me like
and Nissan Altima, like they really be.
They be pushing
around.
like
They girl's car. You see the
They
dad
have
with
a
steering
Ferrari,
wheel.
right?
Yeah, that is not your car.
It's not at all.
So we're gonna throw it to Nayla. They have a high body count.
Actually, connect.
Really? Okay.
For one, long as you're clean, we can work. But two, isn't that wrong? A little experience. Like,
Learn something new.
maybe because I know like people body count. Honestly, I feel like at a certain point, body count doesn't really matter. Because who cares?
Especially the older you get, like.
And I know people's like their whole issue with body count is, oh my god, you're could stretch, but like that's just not how this work. Because if you go push out a baby and that motherfucker go right back to form, what makes you think that your measly is going to make it go any like you fucking? But honestly, I really think another big issue with body count is the experience fact. People be up like they're intimidated. Because if a woman comes in with experience, they're like, oh dang. And half time they're exactly. And it's just like step your dick game up. I don't know what to tell you. But me personally, never been offended. Please, baby girl, do what you gotta do. Come to me and show what you got.
You should put on the show.
Literally, like let's learn together.
Okay.
That's a good perspective.
So for my questioning, it's a man that can't dress. He wears things like boat shoes and shorts, jorts, and Nike socks.
That's like a flashback.
Honestly,
Shoot, wait.
The flashback to Christ Chapel.
Oh,
Who?
Everybody. What you mean?
Yeah.
everybody, people that look like that.
Yeah. I was like, who else would do it? He wears the same jeans every other day.
I know we got washing machines, but damn.
He wears the same jeans every other day. He switches it up.
The spot clean his jeans.
All right, let me answer the question. Okay, so
Yes.
if he can't dress, it depends how bad he can't dress.
He's wearing felines.
The boosted
Fila what?
Shirt felines.
The shoes?
Yeah.
Yeah, the ones that be
You got
The one with the incline?
He wears Skechers.
He add a couple inches with the felines.
They're rounded.
Great is the rounded tip front.
Listen, no, if he's wearing things like that, no.
What if he rocking FUBU?
Oh,
You know what? Fubu making a comeback.
It is. It's kind of making a.
I'm talking
That's
back
kind of like vintage.
That's even better.
Oh, word. So we cool with that.
Fubu, Babyface, Sean Paul, like all that.
Mhm.
Like it's making a comeback. So it's like if they wore that.
had a men's section.
But I can't talk to no man wearing no baby
I'm
face.
just naming brands.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
talking about the
Baby
young
face.
men throwback brands. Okay, so then Sean John.
Ooh, Timberlands.
I mean, because you can put those together.
Right.
You can put those together, but a man that like really can't dress, like he's wearing a plaid shirt with some cargo military pants and some moccasins.
Why
No,
can't I vividly see that?
no.
Because you just
I-
described.
Well, I will give him the opportunity to be like, "Are you like? Is this?"
But then
So
again,
how
when
do you
you
bring that
first
up?
see him, though, you're not gonna be attracted to him because then
Yeah,
you're
I
gonna
wouldn't automatically.
to
But
see
you know
how
what
he looks.
they say.
Oh, what they say?
I mean, if he,
so if he,
Right,
so what if
okay,
he
what
had
they say?
everything except
What
for
they say?
style? So like if he,
that's what I was about to
so
say.
like say he
If he has everything but the style, I'm not gonna block my blessings. But
so
I'm not gonna automatically be like, yes. Like I'm gonna just,
Yeah.
I don't know.
You gotta
feel him
have
out.
to.
You
y'all
gotta
exchange
feel him out.
I have
information.
to fill him out.
Would y'all so like if he so say you in the mall and Jamal dressed in these moccasins rolls
It's
up
gonna
on
be
you and
real.
says, hello, like
accurate.
you know, and he wines and dines and gives you, and you like, okay, I'm hearing you, and he's like, you know, maybe we should, you know, exchange information. Would you
Mhm.
exchange information if he caught your attention after speaking to you? Because
Yes,
But
I think
he's
once
good
he
enough to
opens his mouth and because I think like the man I want, he talks a certain way. So if I can hear that he speaks intelligently, fluently, like he don't stumble over his words and like you know, like
So
real
my man's
bad,
confident. He
real
is that one of
sure
my
bad
himself.
English.
I hate when dudes just are lost.
Yeah, I hate that.
He
Oh my god, he doesn't know words like that. Gets on my nerves. But he doesn't.
They walk around just like
No, listen though, like when guys be like, "What that mean?" Just simple things.
Oh my god, why did this girl ask me? She was like, "What does I said perky or something."
Yes.
And she was like, "What does that mean?"
I was like, that gets on me.
Shawty,
That
what?
gets on my nerves. Because I'm not even in the conversation no more. I'm thinking about when have you never heard this? Like, how have you never heard this word? So, yeah. Definitely, it goes beyond just the dress after you approach me. So if you can approach me, yeah, you might look like an Old Navy catalog, but if you can speak fluently, if you can speak fluently and you can really like, you know, get you know,
You gonna
unlock
look
that stuff out. No, I ain't gonna look past it.
All right,
But I will.
So you
I
said we
will
gonna work
give
on
you a
this.
chance.
Okay.
What?
So, but how you?
And then we
how
can
you want to say that to him?
go down
That's
that.
a good question. Right? How do you like?
I think in my way I would have done it is I just put it on the bed. Babe, what you think this look like? I'd be like,
That's very all right. I'll see.
or you know, men like to be complimented. So you'd be like, these look so good. Okay.
So what happens if 6 months later he's still wearing that Old Navy catalog?
I'm gonna throw it away.
Yes, ma'am.
So
When he's not looking, he gonna have a mirror like no, that outfit.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, not the reason.
Get rid of him.
Yeah, throw him out.
He's gotta go.
No, I get rid of the outfit. If he asks, I'd be like, I have no idea. Okay, so the next thing I want to cover. No, that was funny. So the next segment is Wild Shit with Jocelyn. Wild Shit with Jocelyn. Wild Shit with Jocelyn. Wild Shit with Jocelyn. All right. What's your wild shit for today?
So, TikTok is an issue. I don't know if y'all see the little videos where people go out and they be like, oh, you know, they ask them a question and then people just say the most wildest, like, why would you tell anybody? Like, nobody asked you that. Like, keep that to yourself. And I feel like TikTok has given people the platform to just say whatever. For example, Buddy, right? I don't even know how he even got there, but the whole video, dude asked them, like, you know, a random question, and he goes, yeah, I like my booty hole to be played with because that makes me harder. Who asked you that? Why do you feel inclined to sit there and tell random people your business? Or the women that get on there and they talk about their baby daddy who done shot them 7 times, cheated with their best friend, got their mama pregnant, but they still with them though.
You
But I'll
And they be proud to share that they still
And like,
there.
this is my man, I'm gonna stick beside him. Who told you to say it? Are you
So
not embarrassed?
They do.
So proud.
Are you not embarrassed? And I
Bring
just
back
feel like
shame.
TikTok is
Bring
just
back shame.
bring back shame. Hashtag bring back shame. Because like, ma'am,
Because what
It's
is
the
this?
obsession
Sir.
with going viral.
that
Oh,
The
yeah,
obsession with going
that's a
viral.
drug.
Because
It
everyone
is.
just wants that quick money. Because first of all, a lot of this stuff,
But it doesn't guarantee money though.
it doesn't. But
Right.
I think it's just
Or
the
longevity.
that
There
5
you
minutes of your phone blowing up because people just can't.
Mhm.
Because some of the stuff they be admitting is wild. Why would you admit? You would have to. I would straight.
whole
They be
world
showing
is
like
their
across the
scar.
ground before I ever admit the shit that they be admitting.
Yeah.
Because like my thing is, think about that though. Like I know everyone loves to say the whole, well, what if you going to get a job? No, fuck that. Think about it. 5 years. Would you want somebody to know that you like to make you harder? Like think
Right.
about that. Like you may be single now, but like say in like a couple years you find you a little honey and you try to make her yours, and she stumbles across that, and now the whole world know that you like. I would feel uncomfortable with the whole world knowing that my partner like.
Also, it be like
Right.
more intimate stuff that they be sharing.
Yes,
It's
really
like
does.
it's insane
But
the
that's what I'm
amount.
saying. Like, cause imagine your parent or that being your business, and you on TikTok on your For You page, you hear somebody talking about your
It's
experience.
that chronically online shit. Because I don't know if y'all seen the thing on TikTok about that one girl who she lost her job and then she ended up deleting
Are you
the
talking about the
files.
therapist?
No.
Mm.
No,
Okay,
not
that's
the
a different.
therapist.
No, the therapist. Oh, so that was because men were mad at her. That she
I'm
should have
sorry.
been fired.
I don't know if
But
that's what
it
you're
was a
talking
different one. This one girl, she worked in corporate and she lost her job, and so she had like made a bunch of like how-to things or whatever,
about.
and then she ended up deleting them after they fired her, and they came back to her like the following day, was like, "Hey, where's this stuff?"
Mhm.
And she was like, "I'm asserting my boundaries, and
I'm screaming.
I'm deleting this stuff because I did it, even though she did it on work hours and all
Yeah.
that legal stuff." But anyway, she put it online and it blew up.
Mm.
And it was just like, why would you? Not only did you like do some shit you shouldn't have done, but you put it online. So now they have evidence that you did some shit like that. Why
Yeah.
would you do that?
Now you right, but then that's what gets me is then they be so surprised when shit come back to bite them in the head.
She's gonna get sued.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, but I think that's also the importance of like, if you gonna do stuff like this, you need to think just for a split second. Do you understand what you're about to do? Because you're right, like you be doing stuff on the clock, or on your work computer, not realizing that's theirs.
Yeah.
TikTok
It's
is
on-
definitely people
It's-
for that 15 seconds they just do whatever.
Every time.
Especially with the situation with the nurses. You're working with the most vulnerable
Mm.
people.
I didn't
And
like
then you
that.
get on there and you're saying your icks,
I didn't
which
like
are
that.
basic things that people need. And that's someone who's had a child, like, and been there. If I heard my nurses sitting there talking about me wanting some water
What's
or-
wrong with that?
or me needing extra blankets because it is cold. You do be shaking. Like,
That is
and then it's like you
your
go on that.
body.
Yeah.
How would you know?
Then the
And then
fluid,
you
the
sit there
fluids make
calling
you
it-
cold, right?
Yeah, your epidural makes you extremely cold. Like, I shook the entire time up until I gave birth. And it's like, for you to sit there and say that that's your ick, for someone just wanting to be comfortable in such a vulnerable state,
No, that's your
like,
job.
I
That's
would,
your
and
job.
then you
In a
sit there and went
vulnerable
to
state.
school to get that job.
And they teach you about patient care. So
And now you
would
don't
think.
want.
Yeah.
Now you don't like it.
Bedside manner just absolutely out the window.
It
No
kind of makes me
bedside
upset.
And
that
then
it was
mad that you
black
lost
women.
your job.
It was black women talking about
That-
other black
I
women.
know.
Yes.
I didn't like that. 'Cause I'm like, come on now, you should know. First of all, I don't know how it's possible, but the chances of black women dying during childbirth is 300% higher than anyone else. That shouldn't be a thing. So the fact that you got on the internet and made your ex for your 5 minutes of fame, completely disregarding that, is just insane. Because
It's a good. Well, thank you, Jocelyn, for that.
We're gonna play another game, and then we're gonna wrap this up. So this game is called Damn, I Can Relate. So this is a song lyric game.
Oh.
You know, I had to add one of these. So this is a song lyric game. So you're gonna get a topic, and you have to sing a song that you already know, just like a few lyrics that has to do with the topic. So if the topic is apples, you sing apple bottom jeans, blue super fat. Or you sing a song related to fruit or something like that. It don't have to necessarily have a word in it.
Okay.
All right. So I'm passing to Jocelyn. Finances or bills?
Okay. Destiny Child bills.
You gotta sing lyrics.
Oh.
Yes. Well, not all of it, but just like a part of
Okay.
it.
Can you pay my bills? Can you pay my telephone bill? Can you pay my
Okay.
bill?
All
There we
right.
go.
So Sierra, drinking or clubbing?
I feel like there's gotta be a Cardi B song for this, and
I was about to say, I think that's how I got it.
thing is, all I can think about is the song Up, and I
Well,
just don't know why.
It's a girl song.
I don't know why.
If anyone knows, they can just, it's Beyonce, Drunk in Love. I
Oh,
don't drink.
Oh,
Yeah.
now that's a good one.
Alicia, tomorrow.
Question. Tomorrow. Ooh, come on,
Y'all
Glorilla.
gotta say it.
Glorilla. I mean, yeah.
Or you could do the Annie version, the Annie song.
Oh, I know she hit you with that. No way. Trying to think, what's
You gotta sing the lyrics.
Tomorrow.
I love you tomorrow. There
I had
will
to have the
be
weakest
a
word.
day.
Yeah.
Oh,
They all play
okay.
over. They
They're
put
playing
off
with
them.
you. They're playing with you. All right.
When she said Andy, I said Glorilla.
Okay. So, Nayla, Rain.
SWV.
SWV.
Yes, that's what I was thinking of.
Rain. Okay, please. She said, Rain, leave your melody. I thought we were talking about Rain. Do you know what that song's about? That song is about. All right. She said Rain. And I'm up here talking about Rain down on me. You talking about melodies from heaven.
I mean, apples and oranges. Apples and oranges.
I'm
Just
sorry.
pick your church. They might be talking about the same rain.
Oh,
Oh, Lord.
so
We went past the people.
That's neither here nor there. Another time, another place.
All right. So, does anybody have an affirmation to close us out? A positive affirmation?
Yeah, what Glorilla said.
What?
The sun might not shine today, but that's fine. Love tomorrow.
All right. Well, that concludes this episode, y'all. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at her_connection, and keep up to date on our latest episodes by subscribing to Linktree/her_connection, and that's in our bios. You can listen to us wherever you listen to your podcast. Bye, y'all.